Alright, welcome to week 2 of the LCS on the legendary League of Legends podcast. So, week 2's over. What'd you think of week 2?
What did I think of week 2? A couple really big surprises in there. But overall, I think we did pretty well with our predictions last week. And I think that some of the games were of a pretty good quality. Some of them, maybe not so much, but what about you?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought especially the analyst desk definitely stepped it up this week with
Absolutely.
some new segments and a lot of the new different things they're trying out this year. I'm actually
Marcy desperately calling Jatt for assistance.
I'm looking forward to next week when they do an update on that stock thing they did the first week.
That's going to be exciting.
Especially
because the Golden Guardians are, I guess, tanking. But,
oh, yeah, Marcy bought 4 stocks of Golden Guardians.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for...
He was talking about it on Hotline League last night. And he's like, yeah, I'm selling those. Those are going away.
That's completely understandable considering, well, you know...
Yeah, we'll talk about that one later when we get to that topic.
I think the highlight of the week for me, game-wise, was I actually really liked watching Echo Fox play this week. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm a huge Rush fan. But seeing Rush play is just always exciting for me.
Rush was looking kind of shaky against Acadian from what I could tell. But
yes, but the other game...
I couldn't tell if Rush was like doing the right thing and the rest of his team was off or vice versa, but it just definitely seems like there's a disconnect between Rush and his team at the moment, and like they don't know where they want to go with each other.
That's true. The 3-7-7 Lee Sin game was maybe not the highlight of Rush's LCS career.
Come on, wait. At least he's going 1-1 every single week.
That's true. No 2 weeks for him. I will say the Optic game was really fun to watch for me as a Rush fan. Even though I'm not especially fond of Echo Fox overall. Just, I don't know, watching that classic Kha'Zix Rengar matchup, watching the Rush versus Stardock, watching Fox kind of roll over Optic, but that was exciting for me. What was your favorite game or favorite games?
Honestly, my favorite game was watching C9 get its ass clapped by CLG.
I figured you were gonna say that.
I am so glad that the Triple Ocean Drake meme has now killed C9 and TSM. So welcome to the club, buddy.
I'm so glad he got backdoored by a Riven 1 trick. That was really exciting for me.
Top laner's name is Broken Blade. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know it is, and you still won anyway.
Okay, so
flaming each other aside.
Do you want to get into this week's matches specifically?
Sure.
Where the fuck is our topics page? That's not the topics page. I have things in the wrong spots.
You have Goodbye Jatt here, but I don't know how much we can say about that.
We could talk about Jatt. Jatt, I'm gonna miss Jatt. I'm gonna miss Jatt a lot.
I'm gonna miss Jatt desperately. I know you and I have talked about this extensively over our friendship. Jatt, I think, is both of our favorite casters.
Oh yeah, I was real sad when he actually stopped casting and got put on the analyst desk, but I still enjoyed him on the analyst desk. I just would have rather the Jatt Riv cast come back. Those are my favorite times.
Oh. I'm a huge fan of the Jatt cast, huge fan of the Jatt analyst desk. It's going to be sad to see him go, but I hope he's happy in his new... do you know if he's going to still be on the podcast?
No, he's not going to be on the podcast, and he's not going to do this or that either.
That's so unfortunate, actually.
Apparently, he'll probably come back on for guests, maybe once or twice a year. I don't know.
That would be nice, but it is unfortunate to see both of our favorites go. So, new favorite, obviously, Captain Flowers.
Captain Flowers, yes.
100%. Completely different style, but such a loud personality. And oh my god.
That man was casting bronze tier matches and then went to Worlds inside of a year.
That's true. That's a crazy career move.
This man. But yeah. Can't wait for to see Jatt's changes. He actually put a change in this patch. He did the Lissandra changes.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
In 9.3?
Yep. He added mana to the abilities. I think that's it. I think he just added mana to the abilities.
Well, we'll see how it goes over. We'll see how quickly he gets flamed.
Alright, so let's get into this week's match.
Oh yeah, she just upped the mana cost.
Yeah, that's it. Mind you, that's...
Oh no, he nerfed the damage on the E.
He nerfed the damage on the... Okay. So let's get
very slightly.
Can we
oh, just kidding. That's pretty big.
Can we get to the next topic? For
sorry.
Specific. So
Sorry.
first game was Equifox versus TSM on Saturday. That
That it was.
That was a pretty solid game from TSM, I would say. I think they kind of controlled that game pretty well and took advantage of the Equifox disconnect with their jungler and the rest of their team.
100%. Broken Blade looked a little off that game. He ended 3-6-6, and just behind Solo and Farm, or about even. But I mean, Sven that game 7-0-8 on the Ezreal just looked absolutely incredible.
It took TSM until they decided to stop having Broken Blade play like a boosted monkey to then actually win the game, because the first half of their game was trying to play around Broken Blade, and Broken Blade just ate kills.
Oh, I apologize. He ended 4-6-9. Excuse me, but and Sven ended 9-0-10. So, Lysandra, Bjergsen's Lysandra ending 7-4-7 that game. Absolutely incredible game. 4 Drakes to 1. Really outpressured them on the map that game. And once they stopped playing through Broken Blade and started playing through Sven and Bjergsen, that game just opened up for him, dude.
Mm-hmm. Sven seemed to like really turn on that game about halfway through it. What was he building that game on Ezreal? Because there's been a lot of Ezreal build paths.
Oh, okay. Here's what it is. It's Sork Shoes, Gunblade. This is not the order, but his final items are Gunblade, Seraphs, Frozen Fist, Mirror Mana, Sork Shoes, GA.
I'm pretty sure he went Mana Media, Mirror Mana. I forget which one's which. Then to Fist. Then he got a tier. Then he probably finished GA into.
No, he went first tier item Fist, second tier item.
Oh, he went tier item before GA.
Yeah, he went tier item Fist, tier item, and then
Ezreal's had a lot of interesting.
And then he went Gunblade.
Mostly because Ezreal has a lot of options that he can go. Like, he could have got a Void Staff instead of the GA if he really wanted to.
His GA was his last item. He went Gunblade before GA.
I guess he wasn't scared of dying.
I mean, it panned out for him.
It panned out a little bit, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be punished for that one, having no deaths in that first game. What's the next game?
Next game was C9 versus Golden Guardians.
GGS.
Bit of a little stomp there, I'm pretty sure.
It didn't look great for GGS. I think this might be the only game this week where the losing team had more dragons.
Cloud9's not putting a lot of priority on dragons for some reason.
They have not been, which is surprising. But also didn't need to in this game. 506 on Niski on that Zoe. Absolutely shutting down Contracts Lee Sin. 0, 1, and 2 Deathly. 0-3 total in the bot lane. 0-3 Haunts are on top. No one really coming through for Golden Guardians here. And with the mid and top just absolutely pressuring them out this game.
I mean, people are really focusing on the Victor top pick. I think, do they pick it again the next day?
I don't know.
Let me look that up real quick. But Victor Top has not been doing well.
No, Haunter picks in day 2. Haunter picks Urgot.
Cloud9 picked Victor Top into.
Cloud9 picked Victor Top and 100 Thieves, which we will get to. Picked Victor Bottom. We will talk about that in a little bit.
But yeah, Victor seems to be getting a lot more priority than he really should be. I know I play a lot of Victor on my stream in ranked, but I pick him because he's safe. I don't pick him because I think he's broken.
Yeah.
He just seems like a fallback pick everyone keeps picking towards. But
maybe it has something to do with the bans, who's getting banned out those games, but Victor does seems to be getting really high priority. I guess it opens up more possibility for the job. I don't know.
I mean, they ended up banning Scion Phase 2 when they probably could have just picked it. Because they're trying to avoid sending Urgot mid lane. But
how's Scion into Urgot?
It's Scion just tanks up and farms. There's no kill threat.
I figured that's how that would go, but
yeah. All right, so the next match was 100 Thieves and TL, which I think was another stomp.
All right, this one was hard to watch. Yeah. Game started, of course, with a beautiful trailer of trash talk between Bang and Double Lift.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, this is this is kind of the matchup of the week.
Yep,
We're gonna get.
it was. And then we get a little bit of flame from the casters for Core JJ, locking in the Rakan. But, I mean, Bang looked really uncomfortable on that Victor pick.
I don't know who takes a world class AD carry and is like, hey, you're gonna
Let's
play
put you on
mages.
Victor. This was, for me. Do you want to just dive into the DL Bang thing here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously, Double Lift looked way better this game, and in fact, looked way better this week. Double Lift, like I told you earlier, before we started, ended both games this week up 100, a little bit over 100 farm on the enemy AD carry. This game, we get a 1-3-4 Victor to a 2-0-7 Xayah. We have a Xayah who's... What?
407.
407. My apologies. 407 Xayah. This was Bang's worst performance by a good margin, and the only game I've seen with 100 Thieves where Bang wasn't able to remain consistent and at least relatively even despite his team collapsing around him.
Yeah, Bang's looking a little bit shaky on mages. I don't know. We'll see how he does on.
It's all. I mean, it's the one mage.
Keep up with
it's
double.
The one mage. It's not mages. It's
but
mage.
The real problem is that Ezreal was up when they had this. They could have just picked Ezreal.
I know they could have done it.
What was stopping them?
I have absolutely no idea. Maybe they were worried about not enough AP ratios.
I think they were trying too hard to get the Yorick out when they didn't really need to.
Yeah, the Yorick that ended up 1-3-3, and like sure he's up farm, but how much did he really do for the team?
I mean, I know Victor is really really stable into Sion. So it's not a bad pick. You can just play it and farm up.
Yorick?
No, not Yorick.
Victor. Victor. Yeah, I mean, it would have made sense.
Sion's hard. Like you have to get through him.
It would have made sense to put Victor top, take the Ezreal bottom, take something else bottom. Maybe they were thrown off. I actually don't know the pick order. Did they pick Victor first?
Victor was their second rotation on blue side.
So I meant before Xayah.
Before Xayah? No, Xayah was picked in the bottom.
Yeah, so, I mean, they show Urgot. Okay, so they think that that's probably a Victor top. So they just slam in Xayah Rakan. Or Rakan first, then Xayah, but...
Well, no, they picked that in the bottom rotation. They're trying to bait them into countering with Xayah or something.
Oh, no, I know, but... They had already picked... I was just... Okay, that's surprising then. I mean, Ezreal seems like a much safer pick there.
Ezreal's a much better pick. And if you're not going to steal Xayah...
Especially because of Bang's past performance on Ezreal, like, last week.
Yeah. Look at Sven. Look what Sven does on Ezreal.
Yeah.
Look at what everyone else does on Ezreal.
Look at what AD carries do on marksmen.
Like, you give him fucking Victor? Like, what are you going to do here?
And he just looked sloppy, right? Like, his lane positioning was off. It looked like he was in his own head, and it affected the rest of his game. He got caught by those roots in lane that he shouldn't have been caught by. He overextended a few times in pursuit of extra damage during fights. It just seemed like he was really, really uncomfortable on the champion. He wasn't sure what he was doing. I hope, for 100 Thieves' sake, that in the future they put him back on the Ezreals, on the Kai'Sas. I mean... I know it's against Golden Guardians, their other game this week, but they put him on Ezreal, and he does immediately much better. And of course, it's, arguably worst team in the league versus arguably best team in the league, but, I mean, still.
I don't know, it baffles me. Now, one thing I will note about this match is that Core JJ had a really good way to make up for the nerf to Rakan, where they made it so his W's has a slower go-in. He was flashing with his ultimate on top of people just to get the taunt on. And it's just like, you guys can take off the speed all you want. Flash is still flash. I'm still just going to press F and be over there.
Yeah, that makes it... yeah. That's a good workaround.
He fixed that real quick. That nerf just went right out the window. Nobody gave a shit.
It surely did.
Alright, what's the next match? Next match is FlyQuest CLG. Did CLG go 2-0 this week?
They did. They went from 0-2 to 2-2. Wow. They played really well. That game ended with only one kill for FlyQuest. Wiggly dying at once.
Hang on, this was 10 kills in a 50-minute game. Dear
Yes.
Lord, this was so slow.
This was slow. This was also the second game this week where the losing team had more tricks.
Fucking JJ bought 6 tiers on bro.
He bought 60.
It just
Oh,
at the end on their
boy.
Nexus.
Can he get fined for that?
No, you can't get fined for that. It didn't fucking matter. Oh,
I
wait,
mean, this
hang
was
on,
just...
hang on, wait a minute. FlyQuest had wait, is this notated wrong? Yeah, this is notated wrong. Okay. On the match page, it says that they had 3 ocean drakes, but they did not. They had 2 ocean drakes and an air.
For Fly, yeah, and two Cloud Drakes for CLG in that one.
God damn it! I was gonna be real unhappy if CLG had just beaten triple ocean drakes.
Yeah, well, you know. But it was a strong performance. Power of Evil looked really good on that Orianna.
Peory's always looked good on Orianna for
he always
a long
has,
time.
100%. Stixay, of course, playing Ezreal decently, 206. And Arshawn, 107 on the Scion, coming in pretty strong.
Did he get the pentakill on Lichbane Orianna or Nash's Orianna?
I don't know.
Let me not have the audio playing. I think so. I think he got a pentakill on Orianna.
Mm-hmm.
With Nash's Tooth and the jungle item that was basically Lichbane at the time.
Yeah.
Oi. Fucking oi, man. This man and Orianna.
Yeah, it's a staple. I will say this game, Viper looked a lot weaker than he has in the past, ending the game 0-4-0. Yeah, he's up farm, almost 100.
I don't think Aatrox does well into Scion. I think Scion...
No, I don't either.
Especially in pro play, Scion just acts as a farm sponge topside and just gets as much health as he can.
100%. Viper just wasn't able to put down the pressure he was able to in the other Aatrox game he played this week, and it showed, right? Like, it looks like when FlyQuest is winning, obviously they're winning through Turtle, who's been playing really well. Pobalt has been playing well, but on the games where Viper's doing poorly, they seem to do poorly too. Probably a correlation there because the team's doing poorly. Of course, you're going to do poorly on Aatrox, right? But I don't know. Like, I'm sort of still 50-50 on Viper, on whether or not he's really that great because he seems so volatile.
I mean that's normally how it goes with these kinds of. I would say these kinds of like just rookies in general. Like they're not really solid enough. Even Biofrost and was kind of shaky when he started on TSM, but he definitely picked up really quickly by comparison to most rookies. Maybe because he was surrounded by so many veterans that he kind of got a lot more settled a lot more quickly. But who knows? All right, so next match was Clutch versus Optic.
Optic wins this one pretty convincingly. Dardoch showing up on his classic Lee Sin. Dokla coming in, another really good Scion game from Dokla, another good game from Dokla. Crown, not the best this game, but he had an equalizer, man, that really... he had some really good Rumble plays. And
I'm still not a fan of Rumble, man. I just think it's useless.
No, me neither.
Like,
me neither, but Crown's okay.
Accomplish?
Crown was okay on it.
Like,
but I think they really won this game for the top side.
Man, they really... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I don't like... That was this game. I don't like Jace into Scion, like, at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing picking Jace here. Jace makes no sense with this comp. Their comp, like, it's supposed to be a poke comp, but the other team has Scion and Rumble. Like, what?
Yeah, that seems like it would become difficult to really do your job at that point, you know?
Like, what? How are you gonna poke with Jason Ezreal into that team comp? It makes no sense. You kind of don't. And then Jace didn't catch up top lane at all. He just sort of killed over. How much farm did he end up getting?
Yeah, it ended 262 on Jace, 248 on Dokla.
I don't know. Pro farming, no, it just makes no goddamn sense to me how they get that high of a number. They have so many different bouncing strategies for farm that it's hard to even comprehend unless you're playing it.
Yeah.
All right. So
I don't know this game. What?
Did you want to keep going?
No, I was just gonna say this game was kind of. I mean, it just seemed pretty cut and dry from
Yeah.
the beginning.
I hope they don't pick Rumble mid again for Crown. That just seems like a waste of Crown.
Yeah, he
Play
seems to be
anyone else.
perform better on other champions.
Play fucking Orianna or Corsa
Zoe.
before you play this shit. Zoe was banned by Optic because the other
I
team picked
know.
her without even trying.
I know, but still.
You
There
know
are
what?
better champions if Zoe's banned than Rumble mid, and you know that. You know that, and you can't tell me you don't.
I think the best thing to do here would probably have been to put Jace mid. If you put Jace mid, they probably have a much better chance. Because
That's
I
true,
know
but-
Akali does super well into Sion, because Akali can just farm till 6 and then get kills anywhere else.
That's fair. I don't know. It seems like a rough draft on their part. But I think, I mean, when I hear Huni, I kind of expect the weird picks that maybe don't always pan out, you know?
Alright, next one I'm pretty sure is GGS versus 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves, 100% correct.
This was the battle for 10th place.
Battle for 9th place, but if we want to be kind, but...
No, this is the battle for 10th place, everybody.
Okay, so we're going to be mean. Got it.
So, as you can see, we put Bang on an 80 carry this game, and holy shit, 618.
Wow. 618. Better, by the way. Much better than...
Turns out, Bang's a better 80 carry than Deathly. I didn't know that.
And
Did
a better
you?
80 carry than a mage player.
You just keep blowing my mind with these profound, like...
These
what?
utterly incomprehensible statements that no one could have predicted. Yeah, turns out Deathly not as good as Bang.
Nope. He picked a champion that he knows how to play.
Yeah,
One
and
of the two.
He didn't grief this game. He didn't.
He knows how to play 2 champions, and their names are Rise and
Relevant
Asol.
Soul.
And
Yeah,
that's
Relevant
it. That's
Soul
who he
and Rise.
picked.
He can play Lissandra sometimes.
Sometimes, but anyone can play Lissandra if you give him the lane to farm. That's it.
You're not wrong.
You press R on
Froggen may be
somebody.
pushing your estimation there,
You're
but
right. Froggen might be pushing my. Yep, you're not wrong. Froggen kind of. Oh.
it kind of hurts to see. Look,
Do we want to talk about Froggen here? Because Froggen has been like.
I want to talk about a
in the
couple
limelight
things here.
right now. All right, so let's start off with Froggen specifically. What the fuck is Froggen doing in the LCS in this condition right now?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a matter of. I mean, like, their academy player is Yusui.
I mean, I don't know if he's better or worse, but like.
Me either,
Yeah,
and
you
that's
gotta
the
try
problem.
some
Oh,
shit next
favorite
week.
champions. Here we go. Ready for this? Riven Yasuo Nidalee. So,
He's a top laner!
but he's, yeah, I guess, but he's on mid, so.
I guess they don't have a lot of options, but I don't know. I thought this team was going to be a playoff contender.
Me too. I mean, It
They're
kinda hurts
trying
me to
prove me
see-
wrong.
it kind of hurts me to see Haunter, Contracts, Frog, and even Ole, like these players who were really, really good on their old teams, just not showing up like at all.
I think the problem is a lot of these players are all players who were going on a downward trend at the end of last year. Contracts really wasn't showing up. He was probably one of the few bright spots about Golden Guardians, but that's about it. This is a team that finished 10th place twice. A bright spot on that is not much. Haunter wasn't performing up to his 2017, 2016 self. And definitely was probably one of the other best part of GGS. That's why they're both here. But
What about
Ole
Ole?
Ole was not looking too hot. He was having
It's
troubles in international play. He looked okay at regional play, but
And I mean, Froggen is Froggen. Like, he's historically very good, but his last few stints in the LCS have not been.
he hasn't been able to like mechanically keep up with anybody. And if he can't bring that to the table, I don't care how much of a veteran he is. He's gonna go 1-4-9 in all your games, and it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
100% kill participation. I will give him that.
He did do that. He did do that very thing. He did also still lose him CS and lose his lane, but
Tahuhi,
yeah,
Tahuhi, who is
famous for his
probably
strong lane.
the second worst mid laner in this league right now. If not,
after Froggen.
Frogger's the only thing keeping him out of last place, I bet you.
I mean, yeah.
Because Hoovie's like looking like a hot mess right now. Neither of these two teams seem like they're in a very good spot, and I think they're both lucky they had to play each other to end up going 1-3 for 100 Thieves.
1-3, 0-4 for GGS, which we can talk about that now or get back to that later.
We'll get back to that specifically later.
Okay. So, next up we got Fox versus Optic. Now this game, my sweet boy Rush coming in, so fresh, so clean. Another game where Rush prioritizes the really, really early Drake, right? I think they get first Drake in this game at a 5:36 minutes. I'm checking now, but yeah, Rush
was
literally 5:44 Mountain Drake, first Drake of the game, dead. They have been putting, as a team, so much pressure on these Dragons, and honestly, it's been paying off. I mean, half the time. But
the 1-1 Rush, Mr. 500 over here.
Mr. 500 over here. But I mean, this game, Rush showed up, and I mean, so did Apollo. Apollo didn't look too bad on that Kaisa. Hakuo having a pretty good fresh game. Yeah, they won this through their jungle bot. Mostly, I mean, solo with a few good Orng plays.
I'm
good
wondering
overall,
what's going to happen next week when Optic bring in their full LCS team. I'm wondering how that's going to change.
Are they confirmed to do that?
That's apparently Arrow's going to have his visa situation sorted out next week, so they should be bringing in Arrow and the rest of the main Optic team if they think they're actually better. Looking at this performance, it seems like they're going 2-2. They're an okay team, and if they can bring in the other part of the team, and they're going to do better, because I honestly think the rest of the team's probably better. I think Arrow is probably better than Asta. Who's their other supporters? Do they have Big?
From the Academy team right now?
Yes. Well, on their Academy team they have Gate, Astra, and Dardoch. But I think they have Big and Arrow as their support.
Optic Gaming, they have... Gate is listed on both Optic Academy and Optic.
Because they've been playing interchangeably.
But no other support is listed. I mean, Zabutine, is he the support?
I guess Gate might.
No, that's the coach, right?
No, Zabutine is the coach, yes. I don't know. Either way, they're probably going to bring in their LCS roster.
I mean, because like other roles, like Arrow and Asta are on Academy. Literally, in the support role on both teams, there's only one, and it's a Gate.
Oh, Gate might just be playing both. I don't know.
Don't they need 10 people?
Yes, but that doesn't mean they're playing him yet. It's been 2 weeks, dude.
That's fair. Wait, what team are we talking?
Big's on Optic. He's the main support.
Okay, Big's on Optic. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna change much. I don't think it's gonna matter for support specifically. But Arrow is probably better than Astra. Astra, how the fuck is that? How you pronounce that?
Asta.
Asta? Why? Why is there an R in there?
Oh wait, there's a different player. What shit? Fuck. Wait, there's no R in.
ASTRA. Either way, bringing in their main roster might do better. Alright, next game is TL versus Clutch Gaming.
There's no R in his name. What?
That's the one I'm looking at.
Wait, hold on. We have to get to the bottom of this.
Are you kidding me? We're gonna solve this goddamn mystery right now.
No, we won't.
Okay,
but there's no R on his name.
It's misspelled on that page. I found it.
All right, next we have Team Liquid CG. Oh my goodness. This was this was something. Doublelift.
It was only 37 minutes.
A 37-minute game. I mean, Doublelift, like I said earlier, up 100 farm on the enemy AD carry. No small feat. I mean, yeah, you're Sivir.
Hooney is looking like Summer Hooney real good right now, let me tell you. Oof.
I feel like that's not a compliment.
It's not. It's really not. Summer Hooney's not a good Hooney.
I'm not super stoked on the 06 bot lane for Clutch either. That seemed to not do them any favors.
I don't really see why they ran Caitlyn Lulu.
Caitlyn Lulu in the Sivir Braum?
They first rotationed Caitlyn. Like, They
And why?
focus Caitlyn
For what
some
reason? She's not even that great right now. Like, she's fine.
They both pick crit AD carries in a world where they only banned Lucian.
Yeah, Kai'Sa, Ezreal. These are options.
CG did then try to focus ban Double Lift. I guess they're trying to put him on Ezreal, but they're just like, well, I can just play Sivir because Sivir can just wave.
Because Sivir's also like a decent champion right now, like, and like really good into Caitlyn in lane.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea what that draft was for Clutch Gaming. It just
Demonte though still looking solid.
Yeah, I mean yes. Demonte did not disappoint me. And I told you last week I wanted to be keeping an eye on him because last week he did not die. This week he did die. However, I mean he's looking good. Like even as his team loses, when his team wins, he obviously does great. When his team's losing, he's still doing well.
Alright, so do you want to hit that Demonte topic I brought up?
Sure. I mean, I was honestly like, what sold Demonte to me. So the topic, I'll introduce this one is Demonte really this good or is he overperforming? I think it's a little hard to say because we're only 2 weeks in, but also 4 consecutive games of strong performance doesn't feel like a fluke at that point, right?
Yeah.
Especially because he pretty much goes even against Jensen, who's, I think, pretty much first or second best mid laner in NA right now.
Mm-hmm. Demonte, like, he really has been surprising me. He looked kind of like an okay, a serviceable mid, at least better than the bottom few mid laners that were in the league back when he first started subbing in on Echo Fox. Yeah. But he's really looked like he's got a lot more control in the lane now. He's looked like he's got a lot more confidence and like he's willing to be the carry, whereas before he was kind of too afraid to like be the person driving the game.
Yeah.
So I think putting him on Lissandra sort of puts him in a position where he can't really control the game, and when you have no AD carry and their top laner is working and your top laner is Summer Huhi, or Huhi. Doesn't matter what season it is. Huhi's bad anyways. But if your top laner is Summer Huni,
you're in a rough spot.
It's hard to really carry that game, even if Lyra's doing okay, but I don't still control is always a good thing to have as a mid laner.
Completely agree. And then even in the Optic game, which they lost, I mean, he goes 3-1-4 against Crown. He holds his own in lane against Crown, a decorated veteran international mid laner.
He's a world champion.
Exactly.
Who played Malzahar 3 times.
That's true. And if Demonte is able to show up against a world champion and against who's looking right now to be the strongest or second strongest mid laner, I think probably strongest right now, but not by a huge margin. I mean, I think I'm kind of sold on the Demonte train. If he can keep this up, then he can be a strong piece for Clutch Gaming to build around in the future and a really bright spot for his team this split.
It's looking like Demonte might be a real strong point of why CG might make it to playoffs if they do. Absolutely,
or at least even being in the conversation right now feels like it's mostly because of Demonte, right? Piglet hasn't really been overperforming. Huni, we talked about Summer Huni, but
I think Piglet and Hunter are being exactly as volatile as everybody thought they would be. It's looking like that's probably not going to change, and getting them to become a little bit less volatile is Clutch's goal right now. And Lyra hasn't been looking anything special, but I think Lyra's been looking more stable than Piglet and Huni.
Not in that Optic game.
I'm going to keep saying Huhi or Huni. Can these people go back to different regions so I can stop having this conundrum?
Stop that. Don't. Well, it's like, man, I mean, maybe you put Cody's son in over Piglet, but...
do they have Cody's son?
Yep, Academy.
I'm Cody's son was looking good last year. Then
he was. I don't even know.
Decided to say,
I've
fuck you.
Never fucking heard of this jungler.
Who?
What? Major Danger? Mager Danger?
He's probably from Scouting Grounds.
I guess so. Yeah, okay, 100%.
So we want to go to the next game? I don't want to go to the next game.
I have a little bit more to say about Demonte if you want me to. So
Do you want finish your spiel about Demonte, then we'll go to the next game.
I was just gonna say that he really. It's not that he just shines when his team is winning. He really shines when his team is winning, and he shines when his team is losing.
Literally
He's
the
never.
only reason they beat TSM.
Oh, 100%. He's never really that far behind in CS, no matter what the game state is for his team. When he's on the assassin, he has kills, he has assists, and he's pressuring the map extraordinarily well. I won't save you from your suffering any longer. It's time to face your demons. TSM versus FlyQuest.
Yay, Wild Turtle!
My
boy.
favorite game this week because it hurt you the most.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, that's unfortunate. This podcast was your idea, so
I regret all of my choices.
So, I mean, yeah, Wild Turtle and Pobelter this game, oh my god. Those two looked incredible. Pobelter, 607 on the Zoe, 727 on the Kaisa for Turtle. Absolutely incredible. 317 on Viper, 1211 on Santorin. Obviously not going to discount those guys, but oh boy, did the mid and bot of this team play super well this game. 074 Smoothie, 353 Sven. It looks like when TSM's bot lane gets shut down, they have a little bit more trouble winning because Bjergsen played well. Acadian didn't even play that bad, yet they still lost pretty badly.
I don't like Camille Jungle. I've never liked Camille Jungle, and they nerfed it this patch by removing the stun on minions with their E, but the patch is coming in tomorrow, Wednesday. But I won't go into effect
in 9.3 you mean?
Yeah, 9.3. It won't go into effect until next week.
A little while.
Or 2 weeks from now. So we'll have to wait to see that effect. But I never thought it was all that strong. People like the early gank potential, but I feel like if your champion has extremely powerful early gank potential, you're either going to use it and it's going to be predictable, or you're going to not use it and you're going to lose all that potential. And it's LCS, I get it. They can kind of force that a little bit more, but like I said, if you know it's coming, you can just not get ganked sometimes.
I don't mind Camille in the LCS roster or the LCS team because I think she adds some initiation that is important. I don't really think it's great in solo queue, but I guess for me, just having that E later in the game, having that ult to sort of isolate a target if you can, or get
pick a target, lock them down.
Yeah. I understand why it's a good pick in the LCS, but it's not my favorite.
It was definitely stronger when Galio mid was good, because you could use it as a dive combo, and that was always a really good dive combo. I remember people were playing Jarvan jungle, Camille top at Galio mid lane like last year or 2 years ago, just so that they could have this uber dive combo with lots of options.
100%, yeah.
But
still, it feels kind of... Yeah, I feel like they're better junglers. Like, I get that you want the dive or the initiation, but
Jin Zhao was up. I was like,
what's up?
Like, why aren't you picking Jin Zhao? This is the first rotation.
He's also a great level 2 ganker if that's what you're looking for.
And he's a lot more consistent. He has a lot more sticking power for the second time. Oh, engage.
Absolutely.
Because once you use that E on Camille, you gotta wait a while. Even
isn't it like upwards of 10?
It's definitely longer than Jin Zhao's at least.
Oh yeah, I mean his gets pretty short though. So,
but I think TSM just kind of fell apart this game, and then they get fucking backdoored for no reason against FlyQuest.
Tell me what you think of that ending.
I'm so done with FlyQuest backdooring people, and I love that shit. I'm really done with it happening to TSM versus FlyQuest. I fucking
love that shit, dude. I fucking love it.
Nothing feels worse than getting backdoored. Let me tell you.
Oh, I believe you.
Chronic condition last year. I like glanced away and the game fucking ended, and I see fucking Viper on the Nexus, and I'm like, why? Why did I come back to this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. What were they doing at that Baron? Like, I get it, you want to pressure, but you have an open inhib.
They've done this multiple times before, even last year. They had a problem with protecting their backdoors.
Yeah. Broken Blade has TP here, but if they stop the backs, which they do, I mean, it just seems like they were not paying attention, or they were not as focused as they needed to be in that ending.
I hope this is the only time that it takes to teach them this lesson, because last time it took multiple times, and I still.
I mean,
don't
if they
think it
still
was
haven't
fair.
learned the lesson, a split or
I
so
mean, they
later.
changed 4 members, dude, or 3 members.
Fair enough.
I mean, Gate's not here anymore, or Gate. Grig is not here anymore, though. I don't know if Grig's ever coming back. I know he's got out on a wrist injury, but I don't know. I know he's helping them on support staff and jungle routing and stuff, but
Yeah. I mean, Grig was never bad for you guys.
shall we go to your suffering now? My favorite game of this weekend?
Because it hurt me the most.
Because it hurts you the most and it memed the fuck out of you?
Yeah.
Oh.
This one was a hard one to watch.
Everyone's wondering, is Cloud and Logic Gaming done? Are they out of the LCS? Are they going to be a contender for 10th place?
Are they going to get relegated?
Oh, there's no allegations anymore. You can't.
Well, is Riot going to bring back relegation just for free LG? Nope.
Are they going to save Golden Guardians from getting kicked from the league?
Absolutely.
And then they come in with this one. If you to finish 10th 4 times in a row, you can be eligible to be kicked from the league.
What the? I didn't even know that. That's incredibly funny.
So, how many Ocean Drakes does it take to kill a Cloud?
3.
3.
3 Ocean Drakes. Now, I have some stats for this game.
Oh, boy.
First Drake, 6 minutes, 6 seconds. I think the tide really starts to turn for CLG at the Red Jungle team fight. Do you remember this? Need I refresh you?
Probably. I think I was
CLG's red side, so top side jungle. 8 minutes into the game, there's a big old-fashioned fight. At this point in the game, CLG's up in Ocean Drake, C9's up 1-0. At the end of this fight, C9 gets 0 kills, CLG gets 4. The second Ocean Drake comes for CLG at 11:30. Traded for what? Nothing but a little bit of tower damage with Rift Herald. Darshan Scion denies the tower kill, keeps them off it, pushes the wave back. Third Drake at 17:02, fourth at 23:14, fifth at 29:36, and none of these are contested. Every single one of these is given freely. None of them are traded for a tower or for map pressure. C9 just got out macroed this game. They got absolutely eviscerated in the macro game. It was not even a little bit close.
So it was
hard to watch.
I have played Scion with 3 Ocean Drakes on me before. Dear
Lord,
it's
disgusting.
Do I feel invincible. I can walk back and forth up a lane and not care.
They have a Zillion. They have the Ezreal. They have a Tom Kench with 3 Ocean Drakes, dog.
Yeah, Scion ended this game with just 3.5 items. Everyone, what the hell? How do you win this game that fast?
Because
Ocean Drakes are stupid and CLG loves them, I understand.
Ocean Drakes are stupid, plus 3 Mountain Drakes, which makes sieging even fucking easier.
Oh.
They get the Baron, so you've got Baron empowered minions, and you're sieging with 3 Mountain Drakes, plus 3 Ocean Drakes if you need to pull off. Then the last sequence of this game is so sloppy. The way they get Baron is sloppy from C9, mispositioning. Svenskeren dies first, more mispositioning. Licorice goes down, Sneaky completely separated from Niski, and Zeyzal gets picked off. They get the free Baron. The end of the game, when CLG's sieging, I think it's... Oh, who dies first? I know Sneaky gets caught by Zillion at some point. Oh, Niski dies first, then Sneaky gets double bombed on Kai'Sa by Zillion, and they just, in a 3v... They trade Wiggly in there, but...
Yeah, that Wiggly dove to get the kills.
Wiggly dies to get the base, but after that, it's just... There's no way they're coming back from it, and they lose. Only 4K in the hole, but still, oh my god, it's like there was no macro pressure from C9 at all.
Again,
they had 2 towers! In a 37-minute game, they get 2 towers and no
the other team got 6 Drakes.
6 Drakes and a Baron.
How do you
7 neutral objectives, 8 towers to 2. Oh my goodness.
Well, I know how you get up for this. You pick Victor top lane to Scion.
That was not smart.
They have no pressure. I know I said that it works and you can play that, but you do that because you're holding steady and you're keeping even and farming up with Klepto. But when you let them scale and just keep getting Drakes, what the fuck are you doing? You're not making pressure anywhere.
And honestly, the Victor pick didn't even upset me. I have in my notes here, like I didn't think any team had a clear, distinct, decisive win in Champ Select, right? Like C9's comp could have won this game. If C9's comp won this game, I wouldn't have been like, you're memeing, right? It was a fine comp. But Svenskeren was never pressuring the Dragons. During the one Baron pressure, he goes in first. His team's too far back in the river. He gets picked off. They have no real potential to steal Baron or contest the Baron at all. Absolutely just really sloppy macro from C9, which hurts me to say as a huge C9 fan since they came to the league. But I hope they turn that around, and I'm not really sure what's causing it, but there was just nothing.
They seem to have the another issue that people have while playing Victor is that they don't really know what they want to build. Because this Victor went for Lich Bane, Void Staff, and they're going for that AP penetration build instead of getting the Frozen Fist to be more like tankier, have better shields, have a little bit more movement around their enemies. And like that's why you're picking Victor top. You're picking him for the control. You're not picking Victor top lane to do more damage and have an AP threat. He's there to control the lane. He's there to control the carries. He's not there to like dominate.
Especially when you're behind, that pen build seems so much riskier.
I mean, he needs the pen to get into Scion, but like I don't.
Is that even his job though?
Well, it's his job to try to 10 Scion, and I guess he has wave clear now. But who the fuck does Scion care about? He has 3 Ocean Drakes. He can play inting Scion and not die. He has no deaths this game. Like
that's a 403 Darshan Scion.
Like he could literally.
That's your boy Darshan coming in hot with it.
That's 700 gold bounty right there. Ooh yeah.
700 gold bounty. Did lose in the CS game, but also who cares?
Gives a shit?
7 neutral objectives.
I will take
9 towers.
CS for
C9 got 2 towers that game, dude. I don't even think they hit bot tower. Like,
I just
absolutely nuts.
How do you lose 6 Drakes and not take a single tower?
Without contest?
Like, you're not contesting Drakes. You're not pressuring turrets. What are you doing? Why are you emulating my seals?
Why are you doing
emulating
this
my
to
solo
me?
queue games? Like,
why are you hurting me?
This is shit I see in my solo queue games. This is not shit I should be seeing from the world semifinalists last year. Like, come on.
Yeah. So, at 11:30, they're sieging top, but Darshan, they don't have a wave. Darshan just kills Shelly. They get the Ocean Drake. They get half HP top tower. Unacceptable trade.
C9 have been prioritizing Rift Herald a lot, I think. And I think
which, like, fine, but for 6 Drakes, not worth.
Because they're not, like... you the best use of Shelly is to drop it on the turret, to kill a turret, and then walk into the next turret and hit that turret. And you do that for tier 1 and tier 2.
Dog, this would tilt me so hard in a solo queue game.
Oh, I was tilted watching this.
For the third, no, let me tell you what is ridiculous. Third Drake, 1702, no contest. Let's look at the fucking map position. Svenskeren, CLG's Krogs, Niski, C9's Krogs, Licorice dead, Sneaky and Zazel mid lane. I don't even think they have, like, I think they have vision near the pit. I don't know if they have vision of the pit. They're literally taking Krug camps for their third Drake. Oh,
this is
boy,
giving
that's
me
a
hope
tilter.
for TSM. Do TSM play them next week? We haven't gotten to that. That's not what I wanted to show. We haven't gotten to next week's matchups yet.
No, we'll have to speed through. Well, I'll finish my point here.
Wait,
but
TSM does play C9 next week.
I know, it's going to be a great shit talk time in Discord.
Another,
by the way, 4th Drake, still no contests. That's really the point. This time they're all topside. It doesn't really matter.
They have no idea. They have no priority of Drake, and Drakes have been so important this season, and I don't
priority
understand.
of Drake. And I get not prioritizing the first Drake that heavily, even though it's better, but they don't prioritize any Drake this game, and it loses in the game. But we have one more topic.
Like, Ocean is not a Drake to laugh at. Everyone's like,
no, neither is Mountain. 3 Ocean, 3 Mountain is insane.
People are like, Fire Drakes, Yellow Drakes we're fighting for. You're fucking high.
You're trolling.
That is such a slow Drake.
I do think we should move on because we have 2 more topics, which are all of the games next week and Golden Guardians.
Okay. Did we do over worst team in the LCS yet?
We haven't, which is why
let's do Golden Guardians and the worst team in the LCS together because that's the same fucking topic.
No, that's the same topic as far as I'm going to do. So, GGS 0-4 start. Here's exactly what I wrote. Very sad. Very unexpected. It seems like they're basically out of playoffs at this point.
And they're close to it. If they go to again, they're basically screwed. But like,
yeah,
the reason why the reason why you say that like this team is probably not making playoffs is because 2 teams in the history of LCS have made that, and I'm pretty sure both of those teams that made it was back when it was 8 teams total. And
yeah, I think you're right on that.
And if you're gonna make playoffs, you need to win games against these lower seeded teams. Golden Guardians did not play lower seeded teams. The only lower seeded team they played was 100 Thieves, and they're not looking too hot.
No, they're not. So, I really wouldn't have predicted this, though.
Oh no, I had them going to playoffs in my power rankings.
Me too. This is a talented roster, my dude. Yes, they were a lot of them were on the decline.
Here. There's finalists.
These guys are nuts.
These
like
people went
individually.
to Worlds.
I can't understand what's happening. Maybe it's an issue of practice time, like the roster was put together kind of late. Excuse me. Maybe it's a structural organizational issue. Maybe the players just can't find that way to mesh. No matter what it is, this is frankly shocking to me considering their roster on paper. Absolutely nuts. The second tie into this is we had written here who's the worst team in the LCS, GGS or 100 Thieves. I don't even think it's close to, like, I think it's GGS. I think Golden Guardians are not, like, just because they lost the 100 Thieves game, but
they're not meshing.
They're not playing together at all. It's just so sloppy.
They're going to need a massive win streak to even be considered to hit playoffs. To hit playoffs, you basically need to have 9 wins and 9 losses, minimum. I don't think anyone's made playoffs with a negative, or maybe once. But, like,
some of these
you can't
games,
lose that many games.
And some of these games look like solo queue games, dude. Like, that's bad.
I'm just, like, what are they trying to do with this team? Who are they trying to play around?
I've got absolutely no clue. And who's even on their academy? Who could save them from this?
I don't think their team is going to be
Golden Guardians. That's not the Zig, Hard, Palafox, Benji, Sheep. Probably not a lot of help. Not a lot of help in that.
Nah, Sheep. Sheep was on XDG back in like 2014, 2015.
I remember.
Boy, you were not that great.
I don't know, man. I think it's just Golden Guardians at the lowest.
They better show something up next week. Who are they playing next week? They're playing. Shit.
For GGS?
Yes. I don't have GGS on day 2. I mistyped this.
Yeah, you did. All right, I'll bring up the schedule.
I think it's TSM versus GGS. I have fly twice.
GGS is gonna get slapped, by the way.
TSM versus Golden Guardians, and Golden Guardians versus Optic.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't see GGS really having too much of a shot either one of those.
Yeah, they might have a shot against Optic if Crown doesn't destroy them by himself.
It depends upon who they put in, but I don't know, man. Like, I have no idea.
I don't see them beating TSM. I don't think they'll match up against TSM. Though if Hanser ends up beating TSM, I'm gonna be very confused.
I think Hanser could win lane.
And before every previous TSM member ends up beating TSM. Is that even possible anymore?
I don't know. Dyrus isn't in the league.
Neither is Reggie.
Or Odd One.
Yeah.
Or I think was their first top laner? Oh, who was it? Who cares?
First top laner, the Rain Man.
The Rain Man. He's not in the league.
No, he's gone.
Did they ban
him?
Or did you just quit?
Let's just move on.
Okay. Anyway, so do we need to talk more about this? 0-4 start, disappointing, unexpected, definitively the worst team.
I don't know about definitively, but right now they're definitely performing.
Okay, right now the worst team by a mild margin. Not huge, but not small.
I mean, Optic, 100 Thieves could just keep losing because they had to.
They could, but they beat Golden Guardians.
They did, but they have Hui.
All right, I'll grant you that. Okay. Next week's matchups. All right. I don't remember how well we did on this week's predictions. We should keep better track of it.
Okay, so if you want to keep track of that, then go ahead.
Yeah, I'll write it.
You want to make a table.
No, I'll do it I'm gonna put it in a notepad right now, and then
Okay. So 100 Thieves versus Counterlogic Gaming. I'm gonna keep doing that. I don't know why. Dyslexia is a thing. So 100 Thieves versus Clutch Gaming.
It's a different logo and color.
What? It's in text right here, man. Come on.
Okay, I'm looking at the schedule on okay, what do you think?
I'd give it to Clutch Gaming. They're a lot hotter than 100 Thieves.
This for me is a game of like extraordinary mediocrity.
There's so many people that are 2-2 right now. It's hard to go by record at all.
I know. I'm going by performance, but Piglet and everyone on that team. I mean, DeMonte, I think, can beat Huhi, but Bang, I don't know. I think I'm going to give it to Clutch. No, I literally can't decide. All right.
Are you going to take a pass on this one?
No, I'm going to come back to it. I have to actually think about it.
Okay.
FlyQuest TL. I'm taking...
I believe in Wild Turtle. I believe in
you're
the shell.
Trolling.
I am totally trolling. It's TL.
It's TL, dude. You're trolling if you don't pick TL. TL looks like the best team by a pretty decent margin. TSM C9. It's gonna be Cloud9. You're bad.
It's gonna be TSM. You're an idiot.
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
You're a fool if you believe that.
No. We're not gonna get backdoored by a Ribbon one trick.
You're right. You're just gonna get backdoored by a dude named Broken Blade.
He's not gonna backdoor us. He's gonna get fucking clapped by Licorice. Anyway, CLG versus Fox.
CLG versus Fox.
Fox.
I don't want to answer this question.
Okay, well, fair. You can take a pass and come back to it.
I'm gonna say Fox.
I don't know if CLG is gonna keep this hot streak alive.
I don't either. I'm gonna say no on the hot streak.
Yeah, GGS versus Optic. Optic.
Not even.
I'm not even gonna hesitate.
I don't even debate that.
Day 2.
GGS looked like a bunch of lost puppies. Optic looked like, hey, crap.
Wait, let me go back and do 100 Thieves.
Oh, really?
CG. I still actually haven't picked that one. Shit.
Come on, man. Huhi.
Come on, man. Hooney.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Hooney. See, the thing is, it's like, in my head, this is very much a 1v1 versus Bang and DeMonte. It's like...
Maybe Sunday shows up this game.
I'm not betting on it.
He's been missing quite a few.
Clutch Gaming. Okay. So literally the only one we disagree on is CN.
It's because you're just wrong, man.
Oh no, it's you. Anyway, day 2, Fox versus Fly.
I think Fly. They've looked like they have been brighter, and I think Rush won't demolish them. Who's Fly's jungler?
Santorin.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think Rush is gonna totally demolish Santorin.
No, not at all. Santorin's like actually pretty decent. CGC9.
I think Cloud9's got that.
Me too.
I think I just think they match up.
We have to disagree more.
We do, but
also some of these games are really.
I mean, if you look at the analyst stats, they've agreed 90% of the time whenever it's matchups.
TL Optic, fucking Team Liquid, dog.
No one's betting against Team Liquid. If you bet against Team Liquid, you're fucking stupid. Like,
I will say, I'm excited for this. I want to see Crown versus Jensen in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup.
It's gonna be a fun one. GGS TSM. No, TSM.
I'm like, if I bet Golden Guardians, they're going to win anyways. And if I bet TSM, Golden Guardians are going to win anyways, because TSM loves to disappoint me.
Oh, you have no idea how badly I want that to happen.
Yeah, no, TSM's going to win this one.
Yeah, TSM should win that. I really have almost no faith in Golden Guardians right now.
I can't put much faith in an 0-4 team against anybody.
No, not at all. 100 Thieves CLG.
Counterlogic Gaming look like
CLG?
Look like they kind of want Drakes, and 100 Thieves look like they have Huhi. But I don't know if either of those are enough to make up my mind on this matchup. Like,
I'm taking. Oh my!
It's
goodness.
like, is Power of Evil good enough to leverage Huhi into a carry? This is the question.
See, the reason I'm leaning CLG is because the only consistent show up and consistent here means 3/4 of games is bang. But CLG is at least they're 50-50, but with everybody.
I mean,
And so I feel like when CLG this last week, when they played like a team, they played so well. The first week, a lot sloppier. If they can play like a team again, they will just, I think, roll 100 Thieves, because 100 Thieves is still having really big issues. It seems gelling as an organization.
I feel like with 100 Thieves, the question is Sunday going to show up? Is Aframe going to show up? And are they going to put Bang on an 80 carry?
Or
And I
if they
should not
put
be
Bang on a
asking that
mage,
third
it's
question.
never gonna be 100 Thieves if they put him on a mage.
Like, I don't. This is such a hard one to call. I guarantee this one's going to be split on the analyst desk too. But
This hurts me so much because 100 Thieves was one of my favorites coming into this.
They looked interesting, but then they're just like, we're going to be really awful.
Okay, so who do you have?
I guess CLG. I hate Huhi.
Me too.
I thought
CLG,
it was an upgrade over Ryu, and now I'm just like, apparently Ryu was more stable than Huhi.
We've agreed on we are currently in agreement on 100% of games except C9 TSM.
I mean,
unsurprising, but
I think there was one choice difference on the analyst desk. So what do you want?
Oh, nothing. All right, I think that's it. You want to piece this out?
I guess so. We did just break an hour. All right,
We
so thank you everyone for watching. Whoever the fuck makes it this far, for watching the Legendary League of Legends podcast.
Don't shit on our own show.
I will shit on this show all the day.
Don't shit on our show.
I am producing this show. I will shit on it. Thank you, Riv, for the name. By the way, I will continue to thank Riv for the name.
You're gonna get DMC.
Come at me, Riv. I would love to get DMCA'd by you, Riv.
That sounded uncomfortably desperate.
we might change the time and date for next week. So
we'll keep you posted.
I'll probably put it in the description of the video whenever I upload this. So check there. But either way, it's gonna be at 8 or 9 p.m. Tuesday or Wednesday probably. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Have a good one.